So, how do I actually self observe? We've been talking about that for a few talks now. We got into it here and there, but why don't we dedicate one talk to the practice of self observation? And I will get the timer going. Okay, great. So, how do I actually self observe? No one ever really explains what that means, so let's go ahead and do that. And it is vital. Self-observation is the cornerstone of this work that we do. Self-observation is like it's like a mirror that tells me it teaches me what's actually happening inside me. And for years, we go around not knowing what happens inside us. And as a result, we live in a state of psychological sleep, emotional sleep. We are asleep to our own psychology. Um, the the our psychology is all we have. That's what we actually are. That's what I am. That's what you are. That's what everyone you know is. They are their psychology. They're not their physical body. They're not what they drive. They're not what they do. They're not their occupation, or they're not any of the facts about them, where they live or how they live or any of that. Human beings, we are our psychology. I am my psychology. That's what I am. That's all I can offer you is my psychology, what I actually am, what comprises me, how I think, how I emote, my emotions and thoughts, how they relate or don't relate. See, so we we want to learn how to get into balance. We want to learn how to. One thing that self observation does for us is it puts me. Self observation teaches me where due north is on my own internal compass. Instead of that compass needle spinning around and around and around, maybe you've seen that in movies, like the ship is lost at sea, the ship is in a storm. The people on board the ship are terrified because they're like, this thing's going to sink. We don't know where we are. The storm, we're in the middle of the storm, the ship is spinning around. The compass needle, a smart director to show chaos will zoom in on a compass needle, and the compass needle will be going like that. In our lives, you could say the average human life is a compass needle that's going like this. Self-observation trains my inner compass needle to go due north, so that I go, I finally know who I am. Now I know. I'm observing the operation of this mind. And when I observe the operation of the mind, no longer does the mind control me. I'm no longer at the mercy of this mind. A lot of people are. They're at the mercy of their mind. They're at the mercy of their emotions. When you self-observe, you're actually putting your emotions and your thoughts on notice, and you're saying, wait a minute, there's a new sheriff in town. The new sheriff is self-observation itself. The new sheriff is me having, I've heard these talks, and maybe I've picked up a book or two, I'm reading, and I'm learning that I can come home to myself with every breath. I'm learning that I need to be in a state of awareness through my day. I'm learning that I need to slow down through my day. I need to observe my thoughts instead of just jumping into a thought as it comes up and doing what the thought tells me to do instantly. See? So let me let me tell you what self-observation is not. Self-observation is not being self-absorbed. It's not thinking about yourself because you're not thinking at all. You're observing. Huge difference. Observing is you're just sitting back and you're just watching what happens. And you're doing so impartially. The phrase, it's called moment to moment impartial self-observation. Okay. Moment to moment means I can do it from the instant I get up out of bed in the morning. I can observe myself as I go through my entire day. I can watch myself in action. And that's actually a fantastic place to be in. Initially, we have to learn how to do that. And then we keep going back to that so that at some point it does become a habit. It can become a habit. Self-observation, coming home to myself, noticing myself. That we have all kinds of habits, some of them not too good. That's a good habit. So to be coming home to yourself, to be habituated to that, to come home to yourself with every breath that you take, to be observing yourself, that would be that would be a truly beneficial habit, because it's health. It's the most healthy thing you can do for yourself. It's also extremely self-protective. It protects you better than any insurance policy. People buy insurance. They think, well, that's going to help me later. Forget that. Self-observation will help you later. You know, you'll see trouble coming and you'll be able to adjust and get out of its way. You'll see it and you won't have anything to do with trouble at all. Whether that's a trouble coming in through the mailbox or human trouble on two legs, you'll see that too, and you'll know instantly how to deal with other human beings instantly, because you'll read them, you'll see right through them, and you'll say, that one's not right for me. This one I can spend time with. This one's okay, but that one's not right for me. You'll just know it. You'll just see it. So self-observation, let me tell you what it's not. It's not being self-absorbed. I have a friend of mine, I've known him since 8th grade. He's self-absorbed. He's not just a narcissist, but he's just not a good narcissist. He's not the fun, friendly kind that's on one end of the spectrum. He's over on the other end of the spectrum, which I never saw before, but I've seen it recently, because recently we've been in touch a little bit and I'm seeing the signs. We're not here to get into that, but he is self-absorbed. He is like walking around with a fishbowl on his head. He's self-absorbed. He's in his own little world. And so it's not, self-observation's not being self-absorbed. It's not analyzing yourself. It's not reflecting or pondering. You're not trying to figure things out. You're not using your mind at all. You're simply observing. It's just like if you were at a movie theater. If you were watching a movie, you just sit back in the chair and you have a Coke. I like having Coke and a little popcorn. Why not? That's kind of fun. Makes the movie better. Makes the whole experience better. You're not getting involved with what's on the screen. I mean, you're watching the story, but you're observing what's happening up front. At no point are you getting out of your seat, going up to the screen and trying to get into the scene of the movie so you can like change things around and make it the way you want. You're letting the story unravel. You're letting everything unroll, unravel the way it's meant to, for the story to take place. You're just observing. You are an observer. And it's the same thing with self-observation. You're watching yourself as you go through your day. You're noticing your breathing. You're noticing your thoughts as they come into you. And you can do this. You can be anywhere and you can be self-observing. You don't have to be anywhere special. You can be home. You can be at work. You can be anywhere. It's not daydreaming. It's not staring out the window. It's not wishing you were somewhere else. It's being fully alert, fully present right where you are, wherever you happen to be. You're simply just like watching that movie. You're just looking and seeing what happens, seeing what comes up in you. You're watching the thoughts. You're watching the emotions as different emotions come up. Okay, you can watch your breathing. You can watch your hands as maybe you're gonna, I've got ham in the fridge, and I like to, when it's lunch or dinner time, I like to go to the fridge. I'll pull out the ham. It's a big ham. I'll pull it out, the Tupperware, and hold it on the cutting board and slice off a couple of slices. So when I do that, I'm alert. I'm aware that I'm holding. I can feel it now. I'm holding the wooden handle of that knife, and it's a sharp knife. I keep it sharp. I like it to cut, and so I know that my left hand's holding that ham on the cutting board, the fingertips to hold it firm, and the right hand is holding the blade, the handle of that knife, and then I'm alert, consciously, I'm slicing that ham because I want to slice the ham, so I do so consciously. I don't want to slice the fingers. I want to slice the ham. Big difference, right? So it's self-observation. It helps you do everything, and it helps you stay in the moment. And when you're in the moment, you have all the power of the entire universe behind you. When you self-observe, the universe is aware that you're self-observing, and it helps you. It steps up and it assists you. You'll feel this as you get into it. You'll feel it. You go, wow, that's different. That is really, you're like, my vision is better. I can see, I can hear better. I speak better. I walk better. I move better. I communicate with other people better. I do my job better. I do my job faster, cleaner, with fewer errors. Awareness is unbelievable. It's your absolute best friend. That's your friend you've always been seeking. And awareness comes when you put in the effort to self-observe. That's how it comes. And that's why Christ said it. Seek ye first, put ye first the kingdom of heaven, meaning, which is here. It's here. It's the upper part of your body from your sternum up. This is the kingdom of heaven here. God exists inside you. Put that first, meaning self-observe, feed it, notice it, focus on it, and all else you need will be given unto you. Meaning the universe will come in and be of assistance to you and help you with everything else that you need. Help you with every task during your day. Right? Didn't Christ tell Simon or some of those when he was walking around, he's looking for disciples, and didn't he tell Simon and his brother? I don't know I'm not a scripture or a Bible person at all, but didn't he say drop your work and pick up mine, or drop your yoke and pick up mine? I thought Simon was a fisherman. Anyway, I'm revealing my biblical ignorance right now. But drop your drop your labor and pick up mine. Yours is heavy, mine is light. It's light. Okay. And you're self-observing that you're everything about everything you do becomes light. Okay. And you'll notice, and this, I mean, I gotta, you'll notice that the people you associate with, maybe you have roommates, your family, people you live with, they're not doing the work that you are doing. You're going to notice changes in yourself. Other people, they're not going to be changing. No, because they're not doing the work. So you're going to be dealing with that also. And that's about all I can say on that right now. I can say more, but that'll be for another talk. We'll get into that. But you will change. And other people don't want you to change. They know you as you, the way you are now, and that's how they want you to be. And they can't handle change, right? They can't handle that. So I think that there's a little foreshadowing for things to come. But don't let that dampen you. Don't let that stop you from doing what you need to do for you. You need to learn how to self-observe if you want a better life. Okay. So one of the things that'll happen here, let me give you an example of self-observation. You're speaking with someone. They're speaking to you. You're speaking to them. And you notice that during this conversation, something in you begin to feel a little irritated. Maybe they said something that's a little bit out of line, but maybe you really can't at this moment correct them. Maybe you're not in the position of correcting them. Maybe it's your boss and they said something, whatever. But the key is that some irritation has come up in you, and the key is that you have noticed the irritation. The seeing is the freeing. You noticed the irritation. That noticing is wonderful. That's all you have to do is notice it. You don't have to act on it. You don't have to say anything about it. And that's what we always do, right? Instead of observing something, we do something about it. When I do something about it, that means I have judged it. And impartial means I'm not judging it. I'm just letting it be whatever it is. So the beauty of that is I'm talking to someone, I'm talking, they're talking, we're having a conversation. They say something, maybe they say something, who knows, about economics or politics or something. Who knows what they're going to say. And I don't like it. And something inside gets irritated. My job, my task is to notice the irritation and do nothing about it. Just do nothing about it. The fact that for once, finally, I have not done anything about what I've seen come up in me provides separation. And that separation between the essential me, the real me, and this emotion or this thought. There's separation. In that separation, this is where the universe comes in, can see that separation, separates me from it, and I no longer suffer as a result of that emotion. I just saw the emotion come up, but I'm not attached to it. Only when I'm attached, identified with that emotion, only when I think or assume that I am that irritation, can I really be pained by it. It can't pain me if I'm separate from it. I can see it come up, but I just see it come up. I don't grip hold of it. I just see it. And then I'm seeing it, but I'm not being it. And I don't suffer. And that irritation that comes up over time, I notice something else come up and I just notice it. Those dark those harmful, hurtful emotions, they start to disappear. When I start seeing the emotions, that puts the emotions on notice. There's a new sheriff in town. It's called self-observation. I see your game. I see how you're trying to pain me, and we're not having anything to do with that anymore. Those days of you giving me pain, emotions, thoughts are over. See? A result of you saying that, or I mean, it just happens, but one result of you saying that is you start to feel really good. You start to feel really good for the first time in your life. You start to awaken from the psychological sleep. You actually start to come out of that sleep and you realize, oh yeah, there is a new sheriff in town. It's moment to moment impartial self-observation. It's this self-observation that I'm learning how to do as a result of these talks I see on YouTube. I mean, it's keep going with this. I got to stop, but keep going with this. Don't give up. Keep going. It's you're going to start feeling so good so fast you're not going to know what to do with yourself, okay? So, seeing clearly, seeing clearly what's happening changes everything. And this is where it starts. We'll see you next time.